I'm Guillermo Pérez, I'm from Spain, I'm a professional musician. I specialize in early keyboards, meaning keyboards up to the Renaissance, early Renaissance. The way how projects develop can be quite different and can take different times also and different ingredients. Perhaps a little bit like, I don't know, like a cook, like a chef. I like cooking a lot. You feel that sometimes they are inspired by an ingredient, sometimes by an idea, or sometimes something comes out as a development of different things. Something is circumstantial. And so is in my case. We are celebrating now 20 years in a couple of months, and we have released 4 CDs, and that's a choice. Because to arrive to this point and for me to have the agreement with myself about something that is worth it to fix. And this project was born because I had the idea for a long time of performing the music of the early 16th century with instruments from the 15th century, and try to understand also by playing why certain instruments or certain practices disappear, or how they interact with much more modern music. So this moment of crossing boundaries, and that was the idea. Early 16th century, it's a very interesting period. I like when people use the term early modern to refer to Renaissance period or to refer to 16th century, because in a way it is the beginning of the modern times. People moving to cities, people getting much more in touch with culture, with writing, so all these developments obviously create much more modern societies. And that's why by the end of the 15th century, people discover America and technology develop and many other things. 16th century, in culture, first of all, it's a very important period for the widespread of any kind of art form through printing, for example, literature, music. It's a period of even much more connection between people. A concert that it's story, a performance, a movie, call it as you want, but something that has a beginning, an ending, a construction, a very intense moment and very soft moments, and all this has been planned and think in order that any moment will give its best. Not because individually, but because how it's connected with the best. Again, perhaps making a reference to food. If you go to a nice restaurant, the order, how the plates are served, the timing between them, the quantities, is very important, because otherwise you can just lose track in a moment, or be too much or too less or something. What I think is very interesting about Rufo being the main topic of our program is that clearly he was, like many artists from his time and before and later, but that's what I like about this kind of artists, people that are aware of what was before, now, and what will become later. And they are able to mix all this and to play with this depending with their interest. Rufo has, to me, this magic. The choice for him of using only 3 voices for this capricci, it's, to me, a statement. He decided to use a very small polyphony, only 3 lines, which indeed in the early 16th century, or by his time, mid-16th century, that's a little bit old-fashioned. People are writing 4, 5, polyphony is really becoming very big in the number of voices. Of course, the more you put voices, the more you need that every line is a little bit more calm, because you need to coordinate this. On the opposite, earlier practices will prioritize less voices, but then much more personality and much more freedom in every voice. That's what Rufo does. In the middle of the 16th century, he combines Renaissance contrapoint, he combines the aesthetics of the times, but creating this set of pieces that are extremely complicated, only 3 lines, but then every line having the most incredible subtle and virtuosic use of rhythms, use of intervals. So a language that is actually very archaic, but used to create a very modern material.